Hello, beautiful people! Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Thank you for joining with me and Hannah Banana. Yay!
Everybody!
And what are we going to talk about, Hannah?
We are going to talk about the new moon solar eclipse taking place on April 8th in the sign of Aries.
Ooh. But wasn't the last one on the sign of Aries too?
Libra. The full
the other one was Libra and
the full
Aries.
moon was in Libra. It's still the Libra-Aries axis, but the new moon's in Aries.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, how did it? I didn't know that. I got a little confused. Which is not that hard to do.
No, I think because full moons is the sun sits on one side and the moon sits exactly opposite.
Okay.
So while the moon was in the sign of Libra, the sun was in the sign of Aries. So now the moon has traveled and caught up, and now they're both together for the new moon in just Aries.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but it still affects that axis.
So they're still friends.
They're still friends, yes.
They're still
always
lovers.
Friends, eternal lovers.
Holding hands together. So, rebirthing? Is it a rebirth?
Oh, big rebirth. A massive, massive new beginnings, new chapters, new hope. Like spring
fantastic.
is here.
Springtime. No. Because I got connecting to the divine.
Yes.
So to me, I love that word divine. Doesn't it sound divine?
Divine. Sounds divine.
It's just so divine. Yeah, I'm divine. Wouldn't that be cool? My name is Divine instead of Debbie.
Divine.
Because everybody knows a Debbie. I'm divine. No. I would love that.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Maybe in my next lifetime I'll be called Divine. And then it doesn't mean that in the next lifetime. But also with this solar eclipse, Spirit told me letting go of old patterns.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that was kind of a theme that we talked about in the, if you watched our full moon lunar eclipse talk video, that it is a letting go. I mean, that is essentially what eclipses bring, is massive beginnings. And in order for something to begin again or begin anew, something has to fall off.
Okay.
So that totally makes sense. I like that a lot.
So eclipses could cause unpredictable events. I saw a connection to finances, security, and conflict.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, it's turbulent waters.
Turbulent waters. Oh, so then we're going to have water issues?
Fire, no. I mean, it's as like an expression, turbulent waters. But it's in a fire sign, so, fires can wreak havoc.
And I predicted that in the beginning, remember?
Massive change, yeah.
I said this will be the year of water and fire now. Yeah. Because it's the infinity sign, because we're number 8. It's like an infinity sign. There's the up and the below, left and right. Yeah. So, yeah, there's going to be massive fires this year. I see it. I see it, unfortunately. Yeah.
There were some, last year too.
Yeah, but not like the ones that I'm seeing.
Oh,
I'm seeing some fires going through some cities and...
Oh, wow.
And I'm also seeing that again, was it General Ben that was on fire? Or no, Notre Dame, right?
Notre Dame
was on fire in France. Yeah.
Oh, uh-huh.
Yeah, and then now it's going to be fixed. They were trying to do it for the Olympics, but I don't think that's going to happen. But tell you the truth, when I heard that, Spirit says, because they want people come again. So people will come to Paris not just for the Olympics, they'll come for the opening of that. So
nice, I like
double whammy there. So, anyways, squirrel back again. But no, I'm seeing fires like in old historical places. Yikes. It could be even like an old ghost town with it's wooden or something,
Oh man, I can't imagine.
Yeah, but I'm also seeing things being more found underneath the ocean.
Oh, very cool. New discoveries.
I
like that.
Like maybe even another Viking ship or a Spanish ship or something like that. Or maybe a treasure. So cool. That would even be better. Let's go treasure hunting.
That would be so cool.
I think that would be a really good time to dig up, to look for what's in the ground.
Yeah,
I'm not saying dig up the seed that you planted. That's not what I'm talking about.
Yeah, new moon we're planting seeds.
Yeah. So I'm talking about maybe finding a crystal or finding gold or finding something
cool.
Or it could even be in your purse to be like, I didn't know I had a $20 bill in there.
I love it. I love those
go through your coat pockets, how you go through your coat pockets in the closet. It's like, yeah, man. I saw that the other day. I was like, I didn't know I had a bunch of people know $2 bills, those really do exist.
Oh yeah, my grandma Rose used to pass them out all the time.
Really?
Yes,
Oh
all
my
the time. And the thing
God.
about the $2 bill is you have to give it to somebody.
Oh, really?
You don't get it on your own. Someone has to. Well, at least that's what she told us.
Okay.
Someone has to gift it to you.
Yeah, because I just found a bunch of like about 4 or 5 $2 bills.
Oh, that's cool. Well, that's like the universe giving
Yeah.
it to you. Yeah, you're not like going to the bank and saying,
I'm keeping them.
"Can I have
Damn it.
$2 bills?"
They're mine. No, I'll have to look at and see if they're worth anything. I don't know, because does even people use $2 bills anymore?
Yeah, you can still pay with it.
Oh,
Totally,
cool.
Yeah, except
yeah,
for
I'm
phone
sure some kids
currency.
are like, "What that? It's fake." No.
Yeah.
But like I was saying, with security and finances and conflict, I could see a major conflict. Conflicts to me, some people might call them wars. I'm not calling it World War III, but I do see more conflict coming in.
Yeah.
And for some reason, I've said this before, and people are like saying I'm wrong, but I still see Russia want to going after Poland.
Really?
I don't know why.
Okay. Oh, God.
You know, like in the border part,
Yeah.
that's close to them.
Okay.
So that's the east side.
I mean,
Yeah.
that could bring, Mars rules the sign of Aries,
Okay.
and Mars is the god of war.
Really?
Yes.
Are you serious?
I'm very serious. So,
Oh, well, that's probably why they're showing it to me that way. Hot-headed.
All these like astrology signs have light and shadow qualities to them,
Right,
right?
we all
And so,
do.
what would be the qualities of someone that it's the hot-headedness, the they don't have this patience or groundedness. They're impetuous. They want to just assert themselves, and they don't care who they're going to bulldoze over. That could be like a lower side of Aries. All selfish. Doesn't think
Right.
about anybody else but themselves.
So it sounds like a little 4-year-old brat.
Yeah, and it's young, and it's very immature.
Yeah. Oh.
Very immature.
Didn't know that.
The first of the zodiac. So you.
Oh yeah,
said
it's the very first zodiac.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so it's beginning the childlike,
Yeah.
but also bringing joy. So if it's a childlike zodiac sign, then we can
Exactly.
connect to our sacral chakra and bring joy into your life. So
Exactly.
joy to the world.
And
No.
there's good. I mean, that's kind of like. So those would be the lower side. And
Yeah.
we could see those play out globally because this world needs a lot of light to
Yeah.
it to bring light to the world. But the keywords that I wrote down for this new moon solar eclipse, I said it's transformational, courageous. I even put victory, and I did something like freedom through honoring interdependence. And then I even put dream team on there. These are like the words that came to me.
Yeah, because I was seeing like Aries is like leaders.
Yes.
Like they would be the ones that are in the front of the protest. We need those kind of people.
Absolutely.
We need the Aries, even though we say,
The
they're being a little
outspoken.
child but they're the ones that we need as to be a leader for us. So that's a good quality, even though sometimes we don't know how to handle it.
Yeah, there you could be. You could be outspoken, like
Yeah.
some people I know.
I tell it how it is. Sorry.
A fighter for people without a voice. The crusader, that could be
Yeah.
the Aries sort of archetype. And I put, Aries is somebody. So Aries is ruled by the sign of Mars. It's the fire masculine temple of Mars. And I put right here that Aries tips the scales, which is really cool because Libra is on the other side of this axis, right?
Okay.
And so with Aries energy, if we've released something in the full moon in Libra, and
Okay.
now Aries is about bringing something into the equation. It's about going after something. There's more of a movement of
It's like it's going
action.
to push you forward.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes. I mean, you could argue that letting go is a pushing of some sort,
Right.
but it's more like a falling away of, which is very different from initiating something.
Oh,
Do you see,
gotcha.
like old
So we're
kind of
surrendering a little more?
leaving, surrendering. It's more like being very decisive and putting your will into the equation.
Oh,
It's
so
your-
it's like
so
that
it
could be
is
really
your-
powerful if it's directed in the right place.
Yes, absolutely.
Because when you were saying, was it Aries that tips the scale?
Aries, by taking action,
Okay.
tips the balance.
Okay, so that could tip it to good or tip it to bad.
Exactly.
So what I'm seeing with finances, it could be good or it could be bad,
Okay. Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that would make sense.
Because it's tipping,
Yeah.
right? Okay,
You
so
lose a lot, win a lot. Something like that.
because it says causing changes, especially in spaces you are either ignoring or burying your head in the sand for.
Oh, I love that because eclipses bring truth. right?
Oh, right.
The
We were
full
talking
moon,
about
we
that
talked
before.
about like illuminating the shadow.
Right.
So the new moon is finding those places, and karmically, the power of an eclipse is so potent that it can knock you, and especially in Aries energy, it could knock you down. Like if you're being resistant, like, no, I don't want to see it. It'll be like, yeah, right, boom, and it just comes and you're like, oh, okay, I get it. I get the picture. That's what's going on.
But see, unfortunately, where I see with the Aries, I'm seeing eruptions. So volcanic or earthquake or mudslides or slides or explosions.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
All associated
it could be
with
the war. So it could be like in the war that's going on over in, I just went blank.
Israel and Palestine.
Yeah, thank you, God.
Mm-hmm. Which happened on an eclipse, by the way.
It did?
It was a Mars square Pluto transit, Mars, the god of war, talking to the Lord of the underworld. And that whole scenario and the whole surprise attack on that concert came from the shadows, came from the depths out of nowhere. And it was during an eclipse, which is all about fated karmic reckoning. It was the Aries, like the balanced Libra trying to tip the scales. So-and-so's in power for this long. Now this needs to take power back. Now this needs to take power back. It's karmically going back and forth. And we're still in it, for crying out loud. Like it's still going on. Yeah, and it's so you see that the ego, right, which is very like Aries, asserting their ego, and the dominance, right? That's another Aries, and what Libra is begging for is harmony
and balance,
is compassion.
It's funny because I got harmony on here.
Yeah,
can bring balance. It is trying to create balance and harmony. That's what I got written down there.
Yeah,
that's what Spirit was telling me. It's like, no, we're trying to create balance and harmony. But so people are going, well, then why is there an earthquake? Could there be a tsunami? Why could there be a fire? Because it's balancing it. Like a lot of times these fires happen because it wants to sprout new earth. You know what I mean? It's cutting the dead wood away or burning up the old to bring in the new. Do you know what I mean? The new fresh. Because a lot of farmers burn their crops because it gives nurturance to life. Brings life to the ground so that you don't have to trade. You could put corn there again because it's fertilized. You don't have to put the corn over there and the bean stalk and the bean and the corn stalk to change the dynamics of it.
Right.
So it's bringing nutrition to the earth, even though it seems like it's a bad thing. It could be a good thing. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
It can be a good thing. And there's two types of, there's like both archetypes are held kind of in this space. So I gave the example of, like if you're in a classroom and you are like the teacher asks a question of the students and it was like, who knows the answer to, and says like, or what do you think about this, excerpt that we just read? And no one wants to raise their hand.
Oh.
That one person that is like, I'll be the first. The one person that was like, I will be courageous. I will raise my hand. I will speak my voice. That could be a very Aries type, the bravery and the courage and the leader, right? So you can have that kind of a leader or the one who's like dominating, right? The one who's like, listen to me, imposing their will, imposing their ego, and the rest of the class is like, gee, kind of like the force, the force of, imposing your own will on the collective. And so, unfortunately, that's what's karmically, you can just feel it, is taking place with the Middle East and is taking place with what's going on in Israel and Palestine. And what, it's like, it's funny, I don't know what's going to continue to happen along the eclipses on this axis.
Right.
But I would imagine that there's those types of people can emerge, the people that want to impose and more destruction and bombs. And then there could be like the ferocious advocate that's saying, stop, don't you see what you're doing? So it's like, but then the arguing back and forth of justifying, and the balance keeps going, and it's like it's a never-ending cycle.
They're kind of showing it to me as sometimes we have to have the explosion so that it stops. Mm-hmm. I know that sounds really weird, but it's kind of like
hitting a rock bottom.
Right.
Yeah.
They're kind of showing it to me like,
enough.
Like the Jack in the Box, boop, You know what I mean? We're waiting for it to pop.
Oh, God.
It's kind of like people doing for the economy, because everybody's like, we know there's going to be a downfall. When's it going to pop? When's it going to pop?
Yeah.
Because we've been going through this for the last couple of years. Do you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And Spirit always shows me, well, we have a point where it could happen here. Doesn't mean it's going to happen. So to me, they showed it to me like the solar eclipse could be one of the points.
Yeah.
Or a bigger point is like in September, October at the end of the year. Mm-hmm. But does it mean it has to happen? No. I mean, if we all send, divine love and understanding and joy to it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Or even focusing on what could bring us joy and understanding. And I get it that I'm one of the, few different kinds of people. But like with COVID, and I said this before, it did not affect me as much as a lot of it didn't affect you either. Mm-hmm. It's like, I'm used to being alone. I'm used to being with my husband 24/7. Help me. I'll blink. Help me. No, just kidding. I'm just kidding.
We love you, Roy. We love you, Roy.
People are like, blink.
Totally.
I'm just kidding. But it didn't affect me as much because that's the way I'm living life.
Yeah.
So it's almost like what I feel like Spirit is wanting me to say to you beautiful people is live life like the conflict isn't happening. And I get it if you're in it. A completely different thing, but it's like try not to be in that fear, worry, and doubt so much, because this is new beginnings, and we're planting the seed of fear, worry, and doubt. Well, that's got to sprout then. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because isn't new moon about planting seeds?
It is. It's very much about planting seeds, and in order to plant a seed that's going to flourish, on that full moon, what we're doing is we're releasing, we're taking out the weeds, we're letting go of things that no longer serve us. It's funny, I did a video on the whole issue in the Middle East, and I had a very spiritual take on it, and the whole, how can we help bring peace to the region? And it was looking within ourselves and seeing what internal battles we are fighting.
Oh.
And when you look at your internal battle, you are a holographic representation of what you see out in the universe. And so I was going through this who are the people that really trigger you? And if you can bring peace there, you will start to see it outside in your world. So this whole eclipse season is about relationships. It's about love. It is about balance and harmony. And how do we go for it? I wanted to bring in this one of the, a phenomenal thing that's going on. So Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. We said that before. And what that means, and the fact that there's a new moon in Aries, it's the start of our new zodiacal year, okay? The fact, however, that it's not only a new moon in Aries, but it's also a new moon solar eclipse. And it's like cosmically incredibly potent, okay? And what is also here in the same time as this new moon seed is being planted, I'm going to show the picture of the transit so you can see it. So you've got the sun and the moon here. See that little green circle with a K on top of it? That is the asteroid Chiron. And I'm going to put it up one more time so you can look at the degrees. The moon, the sun, and Chiron are all at 19 degrees and 24 minutes. They are
So what does that mean?
They are all together. When you get planets that are all at the same degree, it means that there is a fusion going on of each single energy. So the sun, which is exalted in Aries, we talked about the exaltation of Saturn, like it's very dignified and strong in Libra. Well, the sun is dignified and strong in Aries. And the sun represents truth. It represents our source of illumination. It represents our ambition, our vitality. The moon is matter, right? It could actually be our physical body. It could represent the physical body in the chart. It could represent our fortune, like faded fortune, It can also represent memory. Moon is emotions are so associated with like past memories, okay? Chiron.
Memories like the corners of my mind. That's a song too.
I remember that. I know that one.
Didn't Elvis sing that?
Okay, so I'm going to read a little bit about Chiron. Actually, I think we have a picture of him. So let me show you in Greek mythology. This is Chiron.
How you doing?
He's a centaur, okay? So he's half human, half horse. And here is some of the things that they say about Chiron in Greek mythology. So he is the son of Titan Cronus and the sea nymph of Philyra. I think that's how you pronounce her name. Chiron is known for his wisdom and the knowledge of medicine and is said to be the inventor of medicine. He is a teacher and tutor to famous heroes that we know in Greek mythology, like Achilles and Jason and Hercules.
Hercules.
Oh my God, you just reminded me of my brother right now. Hercules. Love that quote. Love that quote. I love you, Flo. Okay, so it says, Chiron is said to be well-versed in medicine, music, prophecy, and hunting, and is also a skilled archer. Chiron is also said to have sacrificed himself so that Prometheus could continue teaching humans how to use fire. So
see, fire. Here we go with the fire
how
again.
To use
my
fire.
Goodness.
So this beautiful centaur represents something sacrificial on behalf of someone that is carrying a burden or is carrying a wound. So when you have a fusion of truth and light and illumination and health and the body and fortune and matter with incredibly powerful healing qualities, it's like your soul is planting a beautiful seed to heal or to stand behind, get behind a cause worth fighting for. And because Libra is on the other side of this axis, ruled by love, the goddess of love, it's all about love. It's all about bringing that love into the world by healing deep, deep-rooted, deep-seated wounds.
And it makes you think, if we all did what we love, and not be worried if it's going to pay the bills or da-da-da, if we all just did what we love,
right?
What the world needs now is love, sweet love.
Is the only thing
that there's just too little love.
No love here right now.
No
love here right now.
But I mean, it's like if we loved, it's like, what do you love to do?
Yeah.
Even if it's playing the piano, even if it's, playing with puppets, if you're playing with, drawing or singing or skipping or whatever.
Yeah.
You will go further.
Yeah.
If you do what you love to do.
That's
what
so
I'm
funny.
saying.
So like I put love, soul partner, a truce, peace, health. I mean, what do you want to get behind and take action upon to really call this into your life? And it is a new moon. It's a brand new zodiacal year. It is an eclipse bringing destiny. This moment of destiny is culminating, and Chiron's coming in like, I'm here, guys. So the cool thing about Chiron, I'm going to put his picture back up because he's just so beautiful. Right? So elegant and stunning. So Chiron, when Prometheus was punished by, I believe it's Zeus, for taking fire from Mount Olympus and giving it to the humans, he...
which is weird because the Olympics are coming up.
Ooh, that's
the Olympics,
crazy.
you know what I mean?
From
because
Mount
they take
Olympus.
They take the Mount Olympus and they put it on the tower there.
Yeah, and they light the tower.
Oh, okay.
So imagine now
Squirrel,
Prometheus, squirrel, Jeffrey squirrel.
How did he?
Kind of the same, but kind of squirrel. Yeah, kind of squirrel. But kind of one thing, but kind of squirrel. So you've got this fire. So now Prometheus is punished, and what Chiron came in, he said, I will take this burden, and he wanted to basically carry the sacrifice so that Prometheus could continue teaching this knowledge to humans. So there is something about serving the greater good in a sacrificial way. And we were just saying before this that it's Lent. As we're recording this, it is the time of Lent. That's a very Christ-like sacrifice that Chiron is bringing.
Yeah, we gave up something for 40 days and 40 nights. Kind of thing.
And then Easter. So Easter happens, and then a few days later, we get this new moon seed. So what is that Christ consciousness that wants to come through and heal deep wounds
within you and with other people?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that people are going through the healing, so maybe have an understanding with that.
Totally.
Does that make sense?
Totally. Compassion, bringing in compassion, bringing in.
But it's going to show a lot of truth, because I keep on seeing the truth of like the church, the truth of the government, truth of leaders, truth of of the, you know, like the churches or spiritual groups or whatever is going to be shown. You know what I mean? Are they true? Are they not true?
Yeah.
Can you trust them or not trust them?
Okay.
It could be even trusting the internet, trusting like TikTok. Can we
Right.
trust, you
Trust
know,
photos that come out that are
photos
photoshopped
or
and not
Facebook,
real.
those kind of things are going to be coming up. I mean, look at what we're doing with Kate Middleton, whatever. Is it her or isn't her or whatever? And some people are believing yes, it is, and some people are saying no. And there's that divide. So I feel like the universe is really trying to bring up the old and the yuck. I know this is going to be a bad analogy, but it's going to be like a pimple. Do you know what I mean? It's like, and then get the yuck out, so that we can heal
the wound.
You know what I mean?
Get the wound out.
We get the wound out.
Yeah.
You know, like how you have a little scab and you scab it, and then the new skin can come in.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm seeing that's why there's going to be a lot of eruption. There's going to be the volcanoes. There's going to be the earthquakes. There's going to be the tsunamis. There's going to be the fires. But it's, like I said, like before, like the farmers do, they burn the crops down and so it can rise again. Do you know what I mean? Or cutting, like in the springtime, we in Europe, I don't know if they do it here, we cut the old branches, the dead wood, so that you know the fruited tree can fruit again.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, totally. I love what you say about the truth, and like you give that pimple analogy, even though it's kind of gross. But like because when you were talking, it was almost like, okay, so what does that look like in the media? What is that wound of, an illusion? What is deceptive? What is just, why are you not telling the truth? So that, and then every facet.
Or why are you believing in not the truth?
Yeah, why are you not believing when it's right in front of you? How can you not see it?
And you're just going, some parts of me is like, why are they not? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. And it's like, well, they're not ready to see, my dear. I keep on hearing they're not ready to see. Yeah. So maybe that's a question to ask yourself. Are you ready to see the truth?
That is a really good one, because it is really tough to face our deep-seated wounds. Yeah. It's tough to admit all the ways in which, and if this is all about love and war and hate and beauty and, how have we really behaved? What actions do we need to commit to now that are more aligned with this
with
healing,
your truth,
with your truth? Yeah.
So like, okay, so it's in Aries, and then what's the other sign that it's in?
Libra. Well, it's not in another sign, so I'll put the thing back up. So every planet is in Aries because at the new moon, the sun and the moon come together. But across the way, Libra, you see the south node in Libra. So there's still a tension going on between who you are as an individual, Aries, and who you are in relation to others, Libra.
Okay, so now, like, if I have Aries, like I said on the other thing, I have Aries in my second house, and then I have Libra in my 8th house, right?
You have, you are a Pisces rising. Yes. So then you have Aries in your second.
Right.
Yeah, so that's your house of finances.
And then the 8th house is my Libra, which is what?
That is the house of, like, your karmic contracts. It's the house of other people's money. It's the house of, like, inheritance or winning the lottery. Or it's also the house of debt.
See ya. No.
Debt, all kinds of debt. Credit card debt, other people's debt, gambling.
Getting rid of it, though?
Well, the south node is in Libra, meaning that there's either going to be...
That's the past.
That's the past. That's either a letting go or something is coming back up. So let's say it's like a karmic contract. Those are always really fun. Now, is there a person who maybe was kind of cut out of your life, but actually that wasn't the lesson in this one? You were supposed to maybe do some more work. It wasn't quite over. You might see that person coming back because that contract has not yet been fulfilled.
Right.
Does that make sense? On the other hand, one could be absolutely done ending and it goes away for good.
See you later, alligator.
So you always have to look like, is it this? Is it that? I don't know. It depends on where it sits. But with yours, it could be like, it could also be, it could relate to like the spouse, because you know how joint finances are associated with it. Taxes. Maybe you get some big kickback from the government. I don't know.
I already did my taxes.
Something good can happen like that.
Yeah.
But with the north node in your personal house of resources, that might mean that you're taking action to accumulate greater wealth in
or wisdom,
some
maybe.
form, and wisdom. It could also be skill sets that you're learning. It could be like someone could be like, I need to learn how to protect myself better. I'm
Right.
going to go to like a
Boundaries, yeah.
karate class, or like
Yeah.
I'm going to go to a karate class and literally learn how to defend myself.
Right.
That will be an internal resource that I have now in the world to support me, right? It's all about supportive resources.
So the people would look at where the Aries is in what house and what their Libra is in what house,
Yes.
to kind of tell them what's going on.
Yes.
What's
exactly.
going on? Yeah, because on my thing it was saying, let's see, balance of dark and light, masculine and feminine, conscious and unconscious. Mm-hmm. Does that seem to fit?
Yeah, it's what Aries is at the spring equinox has just happened, right? And what that means is now the world of like light, there is more light coming into the northern hemisphere
nice.
now. So when you talk about the balance of dark and light, that spring equinox is the balance, but now more truth, more light is being illuminated. At least if you're looking at the northern hemisphere, the southern hemisphere, the balance is then doing the opposite over there. The dark is now entering.
Right. Because they're saying it's a powerful time to do rituals and prayers. The ancient wisdom believe their prayers can be heard better through a solar eclipse.
Yeah. When you have the nodes of the moon tied in, essentially there's a path that the sun travels. They call it the ecliptic, and it's the path of the sun. And the moon is constantly traveling back and forth, and it's crossing this path like every month,
Right.
When it takes place with an eclipse, what that means is at the moment the moon is crossing the ecliptic, the path of the sun, it's either in a new moon phase or a full moon phase. And so what this is it's like all becoming one. It's
how beautiful.
It's so beautiful, and that's why it's powerful, because everything about philosophy, every study of astrology is based in the sun and the moon and the perspective of them from Earth. So these eclipses are these moments where, when the new moon solar eclipse happens, it's going through like upper Canada, down, crossing through Texas. Like Texas is going to be like...
Right. Because isn't there a place where the other eclipse went and this eclipse went?
Yes, it's making an X in Texas.
Okay, but where, do you know?
San Antonio, around
Oh,
there.
wow. So what do you think that brings
Shannon's in San Antonio,
Oh, she is?
by the way.
Hi,
Shannon. I think that's a really good question. I don't practice, that type of astrology, but just intuitively, I always feel like X marks the spot.
Right.
And
what? For greatness? Or
I think it's radical transformation. I think that's what it means, radical transformation.
So there could be a massive tornado there then.
It could be like turmoil, upsets with weather. I think it could even mean demographics. What Texas once was is going to be a
because we're taping this way
state.
before. We're taping this. What's the date today? The 21st?
I think so.
So if there was a major tornado,
Yeah,
then,
21st.
Yeah, we're doing, and you're like, you're predicting a tornado and it just happened.
Yeah.
We're doing this beforehand, okay?
Yeah.
So, because we're in Sedona.
We're going to be in Sedona on
doing
the
our
new
retreat.
moon. But what
Yeah.
I was saying is, like, when the new moon crosses, this is going to be a full blackout. And so why they call it turbulent is because the sun disappears. What? Like the sun disappears in the sky? The light is obscured and you're like, what's going on?
Yeah, but then you get to see more.
Yeah.
When it's dark, then you see the Milky Way.
Well,
then
if
you
you're-
see
yes.
if you are balanced.
Yes.
So that's why I think the solar eclipse is trying to tell you to be in the new beginning, but to be in balance and to see. This is not the time to hide. Don't sleep through this. Don't, and if you can.
Yeah.
It's like the darkness is going to make you see light in different places now.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're going to be in like Texas or the path of totality, as they call it, I mean, it's going from like Canada down the U.S. and then into Mexico. And it's just going to be epic. I mean, it's once in a lifetime kind of experience where you get a full blackout, or at least that you can travel to and go see it,
I just feel like, I don't know if this is
It's
a past
so
life
cool.
thing, because I'm seeing myself in a big giant wooden boat and that being in the ocean.
Oh, that's cool.
And then that was happening, and it was like, then you saw the sky and You know what I mean? It was
Yeah.
like you're in your own,
Yeah.
Seems really just metaphysical to me.
Yeah.
To me, they're also telling me, because I'm the lady that talks about the I is instead of the I am.
Mm-hmm.
And so it says helping us to get closer to the I is.
Yeah.
So the is of where there's no duality, there is no up and down, wrong or right, positive or negative.
And that's literally the moon coming in with the sun. It's
yes,
one.
I is.
It's only
one.
It's just the is.
Oh.
It's literally just the is.
Hello, McFly.
They're so powerful. I love eclipses. I really do. They're turbulent, but they give us the cosmic jolt that our soul's like, whoop, get back on that path.
Right.
Get
back on the train track there.
Yeah, get back on the train track.
Yeah. So that's cool. Because I feel like mine's saying solar eclipse wants to help bring people together, create a spiritual community, power, but there will be some protesting because they want to get together.
Yeah.
The people are wanting to overcome. Because I keep on seeing
That's so
overcoming.
funny. I put a sense of going to battle, a sense of breaking through a limitation or a stagnation.
Yes, yes, because I'm seeing the people. It's like, no, we don't want the government to take from us anymore. They're up there, you know what I mean? And it's like, and we're paying them to go and people are we're tired. We're saying no, not anymore.
Yeah.
And the power of more than one can override 10 people.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, why are we not noticing that? It's kind of like I feel like it's going to show us something. It's kind of like, and it's always sad when I see this, like the horse is, tied to a chair that you can move. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Or it's tied to, or it's tied to a little rock where he could really move it, but he's like, nope. I was taught that I can't escape. I can't, you know what I mean?
They were conditioned.
Right, conditioned.
That way.
And I feel like our condition are like, well, wait a minute. There is no stone on the end of this rope. So that's what they're kind of showing me is like the protesting, the harmony, It's almost kind of like I wouldn't be surprised if this is not connected to like the 60s or the 40s, like World War II or other wars.
Oh, I would have. I don't know, but this happens every 18 years when we hit the same axis. So,
really?
If you went back, you could see at what point in time was it the Libra Aries axis.
So figure out what was 18 years ago.
Let's see.
Our math is really good. Can you
Well,
tell?
it won't be the.
Here, we'll use our fingers. A 1, a 2. It's kind of like the
18 years ago was 2006. 18 years before that, 1988. Minus 18 before that, 1970. Yeah, 1970. So the 1970s, when this was taking place in the sky,
and there was conflict in 1970, Vietnam and all that stuff.
And this eclipse started in October of last year, so it would have been 1969.
See,
so
but 1969 we went to the moon.
Yeah.
And then some people are conflicting that. Did that really happen?
Yeah.
But new beginning, new earth, new
that
adventures.
Was a major. God, I wonder if that was during an eclipse. That would be really cool to see.
Yeah, because I remember exactly where I was in 19. You weren't even a.
I wasn't here.
You weren't even a feather in the air.
I was looking down on
You're like,
everybody.
See that lady? I want to be friends with her. Well, I'm out in the. I was at a carnival, and then. Oh, that was when the man walked on the moon. But yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. And then we ran back home, and I remember my uncle had one of the first digital watches.
Oh, cool!
We were like, "What's that?" You know what I mean? Now it's nothing.
Yeah.
Right? Nobody knows the analog watches anymore.
Yeah.
But squirrel, sorry, come back, come on over. Hi, baby. Squirrel. But to help us to be in the path, be in the new beginnings. You know what I mean?
I wanted to show something because you had a lot of like a voice activation, and see right here next to the moon, there's that purple figure with a circle and like a cross underneath it. So that's Mercury, which is in retrograde. Let me put that back up. Mercury, which is in retrograde, meaning that we're speaking about in a fiery way. In a fiery way, 24 degrees Aries. And it's traveling backwards, meaning it's looking back at past stuff. So it could totally be looking back at past injustices that we cannot stand for this anymore.
Right.
And so you get the protests because it's fiery and they're like, we need to do something about it.
Right.
So absolutely. And then the turmoil of
and
the
this
eclipse.
Is not just for the world. This is for you too. This could be past things that are coming in the world.
It is definitely happening on the internal plane.
Yeah. It's like it could be your family. It could be your or whatever. Since it's happening on the 8th, you want to read the angel number for number 8?
Yes, totally.
Plus we're in an 8 year. So maybe read 8 and 16.
Okay. So 8, abundance. The energy is limitless. There are forces always flowing and moving through and around you. The ones you pay attention to and open up to will envelop you in their flow. When you see this number, meditate on what your life requires, development and abundance. Visualize energy coming forth to nurture growth in these areas.
Wow.
Nice. Ooh, this is so Aries, number 16. Be yourself.
Be yourself.
There
Be
is
yourself.
only one you. That's literally
true.
Aries. It's just
That's
you.
so funny. That Spirit said, "Oh, you need to have her to read 16." And I really did not look at it.
That's cool. No, we didn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't even marked. The page wasn't even marked. Okay, the journey you are on is to be yourself, not to be anyone else. Your angels encourage you to stop comparing yourself to others.
Wow.
Write a poem or a song or create a piece of art that represents your unique experience
piece of
as
art.
you. Oh my gosh, this is tying in perfectly. We did not even plan this.
I know. It's so funny.
All right, so we did for intention setting for the lunar eclipse, it was the novena, the Mary Undoer of Knots.
Right.
And I was thinking, what would be a really nice intention setting practice you could work with on this new moon solar eclipse? And
new beginnings.
New beginnings.
New starts, the seeds.
And so imagine new beginnings, new seeds. Imagine there is a blank canvas, right? Or picture a garden that's perfectly ready for seeds to be planted.
Right.
And what you do creatively, intuitively, you'd find images and start to create little vision boards. So pictures that resonate, pictures that you want to see. These are just examples of things, but you can see how like using the art and putting a collage together and then really keeping that somewhere in your house where you look at it, where you honor it, place a candle by it, say a mantra to it. And this would be a really good intention setting practice to work with as these new moon energies are taking place.
Kind of like a vision board.
Yeah, like a vision board. And you can make a bigger one. These are soul collage cards, so they're smaller,
Right.
but you could do a big, vision board. I would also recommend doing it if you can with friends.
Right.
Have that collective energy. We're going to be on a retreat.
We're going to be doing this stuff.
Planting new moon seeds with 13 other people. And that's
going to be powerful right there.
It's Sedona with all the crystals. It's the container that we set,
Right.
calling the people in. And we had a conference call, a Zoom call, an introduction call with the people who are coming on the retreat with us. And it was
What a powerful group.
So powerful. The healing that is wanting to come into the world from within them to give out and also to fill up their own cup. It's
right. They're
really,
very giving group. Very giving group. And we're having another Sedona retreat in September. So
yes.
if you want to connect to that, it's September like 13th through the 18th or something like that.
13th through the 18th, I think.
Yeah.
And it's so if you want to get on the list, shoot Debbie an email saying you want to be on the
Psychicdebbie@gmail.com, or you can go to my website here and then say hi to Diddy and say I'm interested in the Sedona September retreat. Okay. Yeah. So
that's going to be during a lunar eclipse, a full moon lunar eclipse. And it's
so here's another eclipse again. So they like us this
There's
year.
They're
theme
like, here.
Yeah, go to the eclipse. Do the eclipse.
Yeah.
So do you want me to do any of these?
Yeah, that'd be great. And then there was a wolf one, right?
Yeah,
the animal.
here.
So we wanted to bring in the animal medicine card because of this beautiful Chiron energy.
Right. We wanted
half
to bring
human, half animal. So we pulled our card and we got the wolf energy for this new moon solar eclipse. So here's what it says. It says, listen to your inner wisdom and enjoy the gift of freedom. That is something, one of the themes when I wrote freedom through honoring interdependence. Who can you be in the world that calls in the perfect relationships for you where it feels like you are still free?
Right.
That interdependence that you are cultivating because you honor yourself and stay true to yourself, knowing also that life is better when lived with others.
Right. Yeah. Choose the friends.
Yeah. Friends.
that will honor you and let you be who you are.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes. She totally allows me to be who I am. And I accept her and love her for who she is.
Yeah.
And
ditto.
And you can feel it.
Yeah.
It's real, people.
It's like, okay, if someone says, Debbie's a little bit, and she'll be like, yeah. And I'll go, yeah. But we don't care. You know what I mean? It's like, it's not hurt. I'm not hurting her, and she's not hurting me. So just let me be who I am. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay, so I'll hold the card up so you can see the beautiful wolf.
Do you want me to hold it while you read?
That'd be great. Yeah. All right, so here's what it says. Wild, intelligent spirit of plains and forests, wolf takes what he needs, no more, no less, and counsels you to do the same. I love that. No more, no less. Because
that's the is.
And the scales on the other side saying, don't tip them out of balance. Give me harmony.
That's being the is.
Wow. So he instinctively trusts his acute physical senses and the strong cooperative bonds of his complex social group and is rewarded with freedom. Oh my gosh, I can't even make this up.
I know,
Follow his confident, firm paw prints down uncharted tracks. Be different, be unique, be you.
Take a different route.
Listen attentively to your own inner voice as you walk, trusting in the strength of the relationships you value and the gift of Brother Wolf, which sets you free.
Oh my God.
Amen.
So be it, so be it, so be it. Okay, so the next one that we were doing goddesses. I was asking the universe what goddess that we need to connect to. So the first goddess was Diana. Diana. Like Princess Diana. She's so pretty. Okay, keep your unwavering thoughts, feelings, and actions. You can focus on your target and you will make a mark.
Okay.
Message. Tenacity means sticking to a decision and not allowing outside forces to sway you. Imagine yourself to be a mighty oak tree with your roots deeply planted into Mother Earth. Feel your solid strength and steady growing upward growth. Know that no matter what happens, you will succeed. Wow. Your branches may twist and turn as you flex towards the light, yet your unwavering intention will ensure that no wind will sway you from your mission. Be in charge of your body, your schedule, and your mind, and keep them focused upon your target. So the meaning of this is stay positive, know what your priorities are, so make the boundaries, you know what I mean? Take action on them, take control of your schedule, release all doubt, and avoid naysayers and skeptics.
I love it.
Diana is the Roman moon goddess carrying the silver bow and arrow given to her in a childhood by her father, Jupiter. Because her mother bore Diana and her twin brother painlessly, Diana is associated to healthy childbirth. So if you're going to have a child at this time, have fun with that child.
Powerful kid. They're going to bring a lot of healing.
Or even get pregnant at that time.
Yeah.
It's a good time to get pregnant.
Oh my gosh.
Diana loves to spend time out in nature and particularly fond of oak trees and watching over wild animals. You can call upon her to help you with your animals, painless childbirth, and connecting with nature and all the elements. Wow, how pretty.
Wow.
So do you want to read one of these?
That's beautiful.
You pick which one resonates with you.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, Ishtar.
I'll have you read this one because
this is good. Ishtar. You want to hold the card?
I'll hold the card.
Okay, boundaries. Love yourself enough to say no to others. Demands on your time and energy. A sincere desire to give service is wonderful. However, there is this distinction between giving of yourself and giving up yourself. Wow, this is
say that again.
Perfect. There is a distinction between giving of yourself and giving up yourself. If you feel tired, guilty, or resentful while helping others, then you're not truly helping them, are you? You're injecting poisonous energies into the relationship, and then no one benefits. Step back and reassess the situation. As you respect your own boundaries, others will begin to recognize and respect them within you and within themselves as well. Now that's a healthy behavior to teach others.
Wow.
That's beautiful. So Ishtar, she's been worshipped and invoked since ancient Babylonian times as the embodiment of Venus.
So we were talking about Venus.
Who rules Libra, the opposite side of this Aries spectrum. Venus's womanly energy. Ishtar represents the divine feminine in all of her aspects, including nurturing, mothering, sensuality, fertility, healing, protection, and wisdom. As a multidimensional goddess, Ishtar does not tire of helping the men and women who call upon her for assistance.
Well, Ishtar, help us
Dang.
with this,
I gotta
solar
get to know
eclipse.
Ishtar.
Yeah.
I love her.
Solar
She looks
eclipse of
fierce.
the new moon. Isn't she beautiful?
Looks fierce.
She looks like empowered.
Yeah.
Doesn't she?
She really
Do you
does.
want to do Archangel Raphael or do you want to do
Yemanja?
Yemanja?
I'll do Raphael.
Okay.
You want to do Yemanja?
Yeah. So go ahead with Raphael. Do you want me to hold
Okay.
it? I don't know if it's going to show because it's green.
So we brought Raphael in. Oh, there he is. Yeah, because he's
part of the
green.
moon. He's green.
He
so
is green, but he's kind of
we
showing
are
there.
the world. It's like we got our lighters going on right here.
I love it totally. It looks really cool, actually. He is handling it. Okay, so he's asking, see with enlightened eyes and open to abundance. Archangel Raphael presents himself as a glorious emerald green light. He is known as the angel of healing, for he can transmute the density in your mental and emotional bodies so that the physical can become divinely healthy. His etheric retreat is above Fatima, Portugal. Ooh, I didn't know that.
Really? Fatima?
Yeah. From there, he overlights Europe and oversees the development of the third eye chakras of humanity. Your third eye is a crystal ball. Archangel Raphael helps you to clear it so that you can view everything from an enlightened perspective and see your own divine magnificence. He also supervises the abundance consciousness of humanity, inspiring us all to attune to the infinite plenty of the universe. The cosmos is benevolent, and when you transform your personal beliefs and raise your frequency to match that of your dreams, they will automatically come to fruition.
I didn't know he did all that.
Damn,
I didn't
know his
Raphael.
retreat is based in above Fatima, Portugal.
We need to do a retreat there.
That would be fun.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Down. I'd be down. I would love to do a retreat in Fatima.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Planting a seed here.
We're planting a seed. Planting a seed.
Europe, here we come.
Yes.
Yes, I'm okay with that.
I want to do Scotland and Ireland and, I want to go to all these little spiritual places.
Yeah.
Because, like, Scotland's got all those,
Oh,
vortexes
the fairy
and
pools
things.
on the Isle of Skye.
I want to talk to a fairy.
I would love it.
Okay. How do you say it again?
Yemanja.
Yemanja. Important doors are opening for you right now. Walk through them. Don't fight them. Just walk through. Have faith. Like the ocean, life moves in waves and tides. Timing is everything. So when an opportunity presents itself, you must dive in at that moment. Everything that you've done to prepare yourself will accompany you. Yet, if you hesitate or procrastinate, another opportunity will surely come along, just as the tides wash in and out continuously. Like the ocean, life is rich with variety and beauty. Enjoy experiences as a various rhythm and allow all doubt to be washed away. Mm-hmm. The meaning is, don't hesitate. This is the right thing to do. Your prayers are being answered. Get ready for a big, happy change and celebrate your success. Know that you are qualified and ready for this new opportunity.
Woo-hoo!
Do you want me to talk about her or no?
I think it's
good.
Yeah.
Okay. So, fantastic. So, what other things do you want to? Are we done?
I think that's it. Just remember, there's that ritual of really putting together those, a vision board. Bring those collective images. Imagine this is the brand new seed.
All the people.
One of the most powerful seeds. And remember Chiron. Remember that there is a cause that your soul wants to get behind and take action on. So what is that prayer that you are calling in? Is it love and relationships? Is it finding your soul partner? Is it finding the appropriate life path, the career that you want to be in? Is it
could be even being playing the guitar because you wanted to play the guitar.
Of course, your passion, pursuing your passion. And maybe someone said you couldn't do it in the past.
Right, you can't sing.
I will do it, or health in the body, or, all kinds of healing in relationships. Something new is here to be planted. And just imagine 6 months from now, when you start to see the fruits of your labor, when you start to see what's growing in your garden, on your vision board, plant what you want to see that being.
Yeah. Because, this is my vision board, and I, finding her voice, Really have a big voice. And people are like, I think she's already found hers. We should probably calm it down. But this is reminds me of New Zealand, because I was born in New Zealand. I want to go there. This is me being intuitive, knowing, connecting to the Akashic records, connecting to the all-knowing. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I wanted to be older, wiser, but way more fun. I want to have fun being older. Do you know what I'm saying? I want to be laughing until the last day when I pinch the doctor's butt. I'm like, I want to be fun. I want to have fun. And then I have a lighthouse here because I want to be living by the ocean. I would love to live in a lighthouse. The lighthouse that's in Washington, the cheese, the tamarack.
I don't know it.
Honey, what's the cheese? I forgot, but it's the
Tillamook.
Yes.
Yeah.
God, you would think
I'm like,
I want to live in the lighthouse, and I don't even
something like that.
Tillamook. Yes, it's the lighthouse is out in the ocean.
Oh, cool.
And it's like I have to take a boat. I would, if I could get Wi-Fi there, I'll live there.
You could do it.
And then I'll call an Uber. Come bring me some food.
A water a water taxi. Yeah, I'm sure they have it.
Ooh, whoa. I love the sound of fog too, the fog sound and everything. But okay, know that you're worthy, right? And if anything, at least be in joy. It's the highest vibration. Be in joy.
Yeah.
Allow that child within you to go forward. And if you got that Aries sign, great. We need you. Be that person that's charging forward and in your beliefs and wanting to go forward. Do you know what I mean?
Establish those boundaries, what you are willing to tolerate, what you are no longer willing to tolerate, what you are willing to fight for, what needs to be surrendered, because that war's done.
Right. And not only just love everybody else, but love yourself for sure.
Yeah.
Self-love. Okay?
Yeah.
So until next time, we want to give you blessings and smiles.
Thank
we
you.
want to give you big kisses and hugs.
Ciao,
Bye-bye.
everybody. Bye-bye.
Happy trade.